Hello and welcome to episode 70 of the Bearded Banter Podcast, a gaming podcast where we're going to be doing things a little differently today, but we'll get to that in just a minute. I am your host, Shane, aka the Bearded One. With me, finally, after 2 long months of being absent from Bearded Banter, he's finally back. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show my co-host, Matt Legion Rex. How are you doing today, Matthew?
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Matt, aka Legion Rex. I've been very busy.
It's been so long you might have forgotten who he is.
I had to remind myself that I exist as a person for a second. Because I'm pretty sure that if I had missed another episode of Bearded Banter, I would have vanished from this plane of existence.
You would have vanished from this mortal realm.
I would have forgotten who I was, and then I would have. I would have been like Schrodinger's cat, and just kind of like disappeared entirely.
Yeah, no one knows if he truly existed or not.
And do I truly exist? I don't know. I don't even know if I do or not. Sometimes.
Do humans exist?
Sometimes I wish they didn't.
Same.
But we'll get into that. Speaking of the guy who just talked, welcome back, my son Josh. How are you doing today, Joshy boy?
I'm alive. I feel great.
Do you have any kind of fast food you can stuff your face in and disrupt the entire recording? I swear to God, If he got up to find fucking...
I think he got up to go find food. Yeah.
Sorry, viewers. I don't have anything I can stuff my face with today.
That's fine. That just means it'll probably go smoother than it usually does. Anyway, welcome back to Bearded Banter. We're going to be mixing things up a little bit when we get to our news section, but we'll get there when we get there. There's not a whole lot of news. Things are pretty slow once again in the build-up to E3, but it usually gets like this around this time of the year. But if you're unfamiliar with our format, usually we start with some general gaming discussion where we talk about the games that we've been playing lately, and then we go into our news section where we cover some of the more interesting or big stories that have come out in the last 2 weeks. We're recording this episode a bit earlier than we usually do, mainly because there are things that are happening throughout the rest of the week that would stop us from recording. So we're doing this like 2 days early. It'll go up on Friday like it usually does anyway, so you probably won't even fucking notice. But I thought I should mention that because of that, yes. our news stories are a bit lacking.
Sorry,
because it hasn't even been 2 weeks since we've done one. So
sorry, people, we actually have social lives.
Yeah, who would have thought, right?
Yeah, we actually have stuff to do.
But anyway... if you boys are ready, we can get right into the swing of things with general gaming discussion.
All right.
So
I think we're ready to go.
Oh, I'm good.
All right. General discussion starts now. So I want to start with Matt, because Matt brought up something in the Discord last night that I know he wants to talk about. So, Matty boy, what have you been playing recently?
All right. So I have been so this is a continue because I finished up because I've been playing through trying to play through a trilogy of games that I've been wanting to play for a very, very long time, and that's The Legend of Spyro. I've been meaning to play this series for quite a while because I'm a fan of if you know me from prior podcasts, huge Spyro fan, huge Spyro fan, and this is a trilogy of games that I have heard a lot of things about, both good and bad, and I've wanted to check it out for a while. So I played the first game, New Beginning, I think a while back. I finished it up back in January, early February. Really liked it. Had some quibbles, like the fact that pretty much the game is like the structure of the game is kind of repetitive. Mm-hmm. The fact that you go to one place, beat the boss, go back, get a new power, then rinse and repeat 4 times, and then you go to the final area.
Yeah.
So kind of annoying. But what really made that game for me was the fact that the story did not need to be as interesting as it was. Whoever decided that to make a Spyro game have like the most interesting story on the planet is like a madman.
Yeah. Like, Spyro doesn't need like the super in-depth lore, but they decided to give it,
and it's actually good.
It's actually pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. You got Gary Oldman as
Gary
a voice
Oldman
in the
as
game.
Ignitus is fucking dope.
Yeah, dude, his voice is great. Every time I heard him speak, I'm like, yes, your voice is smooth as butter. The only thing that's annoying is David Spade as fucking Sparks can shut the fuck up and go away.
Yeah, but that's fine because his voice actor changes in every fucking game, so who
And
cares?
he's just as annoying in every game, to be honest. But I finished up the game. I was like, you know what? I'm a fan of this. I waited a couple of months to play the sequel, though, Eternal Night, because I was busy with other stuff. School got in the way, pretty much. But I've been like, you know what? I finally have time to play it. Finally have time to finish it. And I'm going to be playing Eternal Night. All right. So before I proceed to shit on some stuff in this game, I want to talk about some of the good stuff because this game's not bad. It's got good stuff in it. The combat is a lot better than the first game. Because in the first game you had like 4 different breaths, and all the breaths were in the first game. They were different, but all of them were pretty like similar to each other. They all
basically did the same thing.
They all did the same thing. There were some differences, like the electrical breath could like you can like grab people and like throw them off the edge, which was kind of cool. And then for like the earth breath was like a gun.
Yeah,
it's like an earth gun for some fucking reason. But because of that, you kind of did. They were very, and also the ice breath was completely useless. I never used it in the first game. So, but in this, but in this version, they're completely different. Like they've changed them up. The ice breath is no longer just like a freezing breath. Instead, it has it's like an ice bomb, and like you can now, if the enemy is big enough, you can just completely freeze them now, and like just like wail at them until they die, and pretty much get them in an infinite combo, which is fun.
I love loops.
Yeah.
Is this Super Smash Brothers Melee?
The electrical breath is literally like a timed bomb. Like you like charge up like a little like ball of electricity, you throw it, and then you press the button again, and then it like blows up.
So it's C4. It's a C4 of electricity.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the earth breath is like a fucking bowling ball.
It's first bomb Killer Queen.
Shut up, JoJo. This is the wrong podcast.
JoJo. And the earth breath's like a bowling ball. And it's really fun. And also each breath now has a secondary attack too. So like there's more combos, and the combat's also just faster in general. There's more aerial stuff. So like the combat itself is just better, and it's like a lot more in depth and interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking level design's also good, and I like the fact that the game does not have like a repetitive structure like the first game. Because now you go from area to area, but the areas are bigger. And the areas have more, and they're more varied. Like there's one level which is like basically a pirate fleet, and you have to like go from like ship to ship as like the fight, like they're basically fighting each other, and it's really fun. But here's where the things ends. This is where my praise ends, because this game was Christmas rushed. And unlike most games that are Christmas rushed, the game does not show in its like graphics quality or like its level of glitches. There's a couple, but like they're nothing too major. Like they're the standard glitches you'd find in a PS2 era game. No, the problem with the Christmas rush things is that they forgot to beta test the difficulty. And because so. Have you ever wanted to play a game where there's no invisibility frames at all?
No.
So is this like the Dark Souls of?
This is
the Dark Souls of Spyro games.
The Dark Soul. It's pretty bad. There's no scaling. Like the problem with this game is that because they didn't do it, it's obvious they didn't do any difficulty testing. So like so enemies in like the first area are as strong as like the final area.
I love games like that.
And the problem is that all of them are hard as balls. And so this entire game is just hard for no fucking reason. And it doesn't help, like I mentioned, there's no invincibility frames. Because there's no invincibility frames, if you get stunned, they can still hit you and keep stunning you in an infinite loop.
And then you just die.
And then you just die. And it doesn't help the fact that each enemy hit does like a quarter of your fucking health bar.
You know, there's a reason why I never played this one.
Yeah, Eternal Night is not bad, but it's really fucking frustrating.
Yeah.
And it's unfair as shit. Like, I was stuck in one area because of a boss for like fucking like 6 hours. All because like the whole gimmick of this boss is that you have to like kill his minions before you kill him every time like the minions spawn. And the problem is that there's it's like way too small, and the enemies is kind of like, and the enemies will like fucking lunge at you, and like if you get hit, you get stunned by them, and then if you get stunned by them, well, it'll rip you because
LOL.
rip you because you are going to get either knocked off the edge because you also get pushed back. Or you're going to get hit by cannon fire, or you're going to get wailed at by, like, a minion. It's really stupid, really dumb, and I am a masochist because I'm actually kind of almost done. Like, I think I'm, like, 3/4 the way through, so I can finish it. But,
Yeah. The Legend of Spyro was one of those things where I played the first game right when it came out, like 13 years ago. And, you know, being like a 10, 11-year-old kid, I really liked it for what it was. And then everyone came out about the sequel and was like, yeah, don't bother with this one. It's just not worth it. And I was like, well...
Fucking, New Begin holds up. It's not bad. This is also technically not bad. It's just it's just way too hard, and it's way too fucking... frustrating. Yeah. I've heard Dawn of the Dragon's really good though.
Well, yeah, because Dawn of the Dragon did a lot of like new stuff, like the free flying, which I really like.
I've seen stuff from it, and Dawn of the Dragon, graphics wise, looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it still holds up to this day. It looks pretty good.
It looks gorgeous. It looks damn gorgeous, and also like the free. I just can't wait to get to it because it's free flying and. That to me that sounds like that's something I've wanted in Spyro forever, and I think that's just like I don't like it took this long to introduce it to me is like kind of stupid, but like I think I just love but I think because I just need to get through Eternal Night first, which I'm almost done it, thank God, because fuck this, like whoever decided to not beta test whoever decided to. Yeah, the kitties can. This is good for the. Fuck you. It's not even.
Man,
anyways, that's.
Man, I love Discord so much.
I love Discord too.
Is it dying on you too, Shane?
No, it's like I didn't hear anything that Matt said at the end there because he was just like,
oh fuck! All I said was whoever said to like release this is like, yeah, the kiddies will like this. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Because it's not even good for me. Like, I can't even beat it. So how did
and I'm a full ass gamer.
I'm a capital G.
Hey guys, let's do what the Sekiro people said and complain that there's not an easy mode.
Well, probably does have.
This is a game aimed at children.
Does it not have an easy mode?
No, there's no difficulty settings.
Oh,
like,
great! It's one of those games.
None of the Legend of Spyro games have
Was this made by FromSoft?
It was made by Sierra.
It was close enough, I guess.
I was gonna say, like, no difficulty, hard as hell. FromSoft, is that you?
And but no, it's not even good for me. So like, whoever did that, fuck you.
Yeah.
If I can't handle it, who do you expect? Do you expect little Timmy to fucking
do
be able to handle
you
it?
expect the 6-year-olds that this game is marketed for to have a better time? No.
Hey, I was a pretty good gamer when I was 6 years old. Thank you very much.
Can you handle no invincibility?
I mean, I played Resident Evil 4.
Did you play Resident Evil 4 when you were 6?
Actually, I played it when I was 4.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Josh, you're here. Why don't you say some words? What have you been playing lately?
Well, right now, I'm playing RuneScape like always.
Of course.
I hate myself, you know?
We talked about this last time. It's your go-to game that makes you hate yourself and everything that you hold dear.
Yeah, basically. But only new game that I've really been playing is I've been replaying Fallout 4 again with all my mods.
Okay, Fallout 4 with mods is a different story than Fallout 4 on its own. Because...
Which is like, I have a zombie mod that makes the game hell. Where you can get one hit and get bodied, so, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun. But I really haven't been playing much, you know.
I mean, it hasn't even been 2 weeks since we last talked, so...
Yeah. What the fuck is this?
I mean, Fallout 4... I'm not going to get on a tangent about Fallout 4. But Fallout 4 on its own is just fucking boring. But Fallout 4 with mods is like the funnest shit imaginable.
Oh, it's hilarious, dude. Fallout 4 with mods is just a meme.
Mm-hmm. Like, I remember when I played Fallout 4 with mods and I had God mode as Deadpool with my laser katana. It was pretty great. Fallout 4 on its own, I got 3 hours in and I was like, could be playing something else. But in terms of me, I don't really have anything to talk about that I haven't talked about already. I only have one major thing that I want to talk about. It's not even really about a game I've been playing. It's about something else that happened. After a lot of careful deliberation and thinking, I decided that I was going to update my top 10 games of all time list.
Oh, yes.
Yes. That we, if you haven't seen the podcast that we did last summer where we talked about our top 10 list, go watch it. It's now irrelevant, but I digress. I've been thinking about this for a while because ever since I played this game, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. And I went back to it last night. And it's just as fun, and I fell in love with it all over again.
What one? DMC 5?
Yeah, I decided to put DMC 5 on my top 10 list.
That's fair.
The thing that surprised me was that after thinking about it so much, I decided to put it right into the top 3. Which, I mean, some people will probably be like, was it that good that you can justify that? And I'm like, yeah, pretty sure. I beat this game once, 2 months ago, and ever since then, I literally have not stopped thinking about it. Like, I've gone back and I've watched a bunch of analysis videos, I've watched a bunch of combo videos, I've seen a bunch of different things, and then I went back and played it again, and, oh boy, this game is fucking incredible, and I love everything about it. So, if that doesn't warrant me putting it on my list, I don't know what does. Granted, time will tell whether or not this was the right decision to make, but
yeah,
I feel like for the time being, it more than warrants its spot. So that's all I really have to talk about is, hey, I put DMC 5 on my top 10 list because it's fucking great. And if you haven't played it yet, you definitely should if you're into that kind of game. But in terms of anything else, I really don't have anything to talk about.
We really just fucking don't play much, do we?
Yeah.
It's not that we don't play much. It's we play the same thing.
Yeah. Especially lately. Matt's the only one that I can classify as a capital G gamer in this group right now.
I am
because he's
just
playing
mad.
he's playing a game about a purple dragon meant for 6-year-olds. Better than we've got.
I'm playing. It's meant for 6-year-olds, but it's harder. But I'm more been frustrated as a FromSoft game, so that's to tell you.
I'm playing a game. I'm saying you're playing a game from 2007.
Yeah. Remember 2007? The Barren Lands?
Hey, COD 4 came out, and Halo 3.
And Halo, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So watch your fucking mouth, boy.
Sorry.
Don't make me go over there and smack you.
Okay, well, you'll see me on Friday, so if you want to, you can smack me then.
Yeah, I'll smack you with a big old hug.
Aww. My heart. But anyway.
And then I'll smack you with my car.
Then you'll run me over with your car.
Yep. It's like I go in for the hug. It's like, oh, I want a good get. Boom.
No, it's like you open the door for me and you're like, Dad, hop on in, and then you just pull out and I fall in the street and then you back over my head.
No, I smack you with the car door. I'm like, get on in. Boom.
I go flying into the bush. But anyway, that's basically it for a general game discussion. Pretty short and sweet once again. But if everyone is ready, we can go right into the news.
Okay, Keemstar.
We're ready for the news.
So we're doing news a little differently this time. I decided that I felt it was time to mix things up a little bit. So here we have our new news setup. I decided that instead of making people stare at a static image for an hour or two, when we go into our news from now on, we'll have this handy-dandy display capture so that everyone can see the news articles that we're covering as we cover them. I thought it was a nice way to mix things up. It makes it more interesting to look at. So
Sure to hide your porn.
Joke's on you, I don't watch porn on this computer. Anyway.
Oh.
I know, that's how you get them. You do the exact opposite of what they think. But anyway, let's get right into our news section. Not a whole lot to cover because, again, the lead up to E3 is pretty dead for the most part. There's a couple big things here and there.
Yeah.
But I think we should start with arguably the biggest one that's not even directly gaming related, but it technically is, and I feel like we probably should cover it. ProJared!
Oh boy, what a fucking joke.
So, ProJared.
You mean Prison Jared?
Yeah. I'm sure if you've been on the internet in the last week, you've probably seen something relating to ProJared.
You've probably seen Shane's Twitter.
Yeah, where for a little bit I was the Bearded Jared network.
You know, if you watch the Gap, you've heard us tear into him already.
Oh yeah. But now we're covering him on a gaming podcast, so let's get right into this.
Let's get right into the news.
I don't want to spend too much time on this because you probably heard this to death, but I have an article here from The Verge. It came out right as the scandal hit, so it's a little outdated now, but it covers the general outline of the entire story, so let's quickly go through this. YouTuber ProJared accused of soliciting sexually explicit photos from underage fans. Oh boy, already off to a fun start.
Degeneracy.
Popular YouTube gaming creator ProJared Nobbenbauer is being accused of soliciting nudes photos from fans, including at least 2 people who were underage. And like I said, this came out right as the scandal hit, so it's outdated at this point. There's evidence all over the internet now, so, you know...
Wait, his last name is Nobbenbauer?
Nobbenbauer, and his Nobbenbauer has been on the internet. So.
More like Knobhead. And Bauer. Yeah. I'm really digging deep for this one, guys.
Okay. Nobbenbauer is a gaming personality on YouTube with previously 1 million subscribers who has appeared on other popular channels, including Game Grumps. But Nobbenbauer has now been accused of abusive behavior towards his wife, popular cosplayer Heidi O'Farrell, and asking that fans send him nude photos over a period of years. One of those fans claims that Nobbenbauer knew he was underage when it happened. The first accusation surfaced late Wednesday night after Nobbenbauer announced that he and O'Farrell were filing for divorce. O'Farrell then accused Nobbenbauer of having gaslit and otherwise behaved abusively toward her, prompting other people to speak out about feeling used by him. Fans said that Nabenbauer would often send unsolicited, sexually explicit photos to them on Snapchat and would send risque photos unprompted, which, again, there's evidence all over the place. So if you want to seek it out, go for it. I have been fortunate to not see his dick, so if you want to be clueless...
I'm happy I haven't.
I have seen censored pictures, which is all
I haven't seen the uncensored one, so I'm thankful for that.
Neither have I.
I haven't seen anything, so I'm happy.
Poor Nick has, though.
Oh, no, poor Nick.
Poor Nick. He told me, opens Twitter and immediately sees it. Like, that's the first thing on his fucking...
I'm glad that I'm not in that part of Twitter.
Yeah,
same.
But let's continue. Nabenbauer had been requesting nude photos from fans for years, O'Farrell says. In the beginning, it was a joke on Tumblr meant for consenting adults. But eventually, O'Farrell says it turned into an abuse of power for him to intentionally manipulate anyone to show him their naked body on the basis that he's a popular internet man. One individual who goes by Chai, follow him on Twitter, he's pretty cool, said Nabenbauer had requested nude photos and spoke sexually to him while knowing he was 16. In a statement posted to Twitter, Chai alleges that Nabenbauer eventually sent him an explicit dick pic, and that he publicly posted one of the underage photos sent by Chai. I sent him many actual, real nudes, but he knew that I was 16. Chai said that he deleted his Tumblr blog shortly after the encounter. Quote, Jared told me I was awful, so I lost all evidence of these communications. In a follow-up post, Chai said Nabenbauer knew that he was a big fan and that I was underage and still wanted to talk sexually to me. He made me feel special and wanted. Another individual who goes by Charlie also posted a lengthy statement on Twitter describing experiences with Nabenbauer while underage. Charlie said that they sent sexually explicit photos to Nabenbauer when they were around 15.
Jesus fuck, man.
Nabenbauer allegedly messaged Charlie back calling them beautiful. Following multiple sexual conversations, Charlie says Nabenbauer invited them to a secret Tumblr where Nabenbauer posted sexually explicit photos of himself and snapshots sent in by fans. Normal Boots, the creator collective Nabenbauer belongs to, confirmed to The Verge in a statement that it was first tipped off about the allegations on April 4th, started an investigation, had planned to terminate him, and has since agreed to mutually part ways with the creator instead. The statement is as follows. On April 4, 2019, an unsolicited email was sent to the Normal Boots business account containing allegations of inappropriate conduct pertaining to Jared Nabenbauer. Upon receiving the email, Normal Boots manager Jacques Khalil took immediate action to alert the appropriate parties, including Mr. Nabenbauer and the Normal Boots legal team, of the allegations. No other members of Normal Boots were made aware of the allegations while the investigation into the allegations was ongoing. Normal Boots understands the seriousness of the situation and does not condone any of the alleged actions of Mr. Nabenbauer. Prior to these allegations being made public, actions and measures were in process to terminate the affiliation of Mr. Nabenbauer from Normal Boots and to update its internal social media use policies. Mr. Nabenbauer and Normal Boots have since mutually agreed to part ways. So yeah,
which basically means that ProJared was like, yo, I got fucked. Bye. I'm out of here.
Yeah. This article, I'm not going to read the rest of the article because it goes on into some of the details we'll cover later on. This article focuses more on the nude scandal rather than the cheating thing, which I'll fill in the details here. It was reported by Heidi that Jared was cheating on her with Holly Conrad, which, if you're into the gaming scene on YouTube, you know is the ex-wife of Ross O'Donovan, or Rubber Ross, who is a member of Game Grumps. And the allegations from Heidi fit in perfectly with the timeline of their split up. So it's pretty likely that Holly was cheating on Ross with Jared. What? Holly, why? Since then, she went on Twitter, which I couldn't find the actual tweet because I unfollowed her.
She deleted them?
I unfollowed her on Twitter, and her account is private now, so you can't actually see them anymore. But basically,
listen, boys, we gotta get Thought Patrol.
Basically, she tweeted something along the lines of, "Don't believe everything you see on the internet from people you don't know," and then immediately followed up with, "You guys know me, I wouldn't do anything like this," which is completely contradictory, but that's besides the point. And then immediately after posting that, she dipped from Twitter and hasn't posted anything since. So way to look suspicious as fuck.
She got roasted and clowned in the comments, probably.
Oh yeah, she did.
Absolutely,
both of these guys are getting absolutely fucking roasted online.
It's ranging from just a fucking roast to actual fucking destroying.
Yeah.
Fucking clown Jared over here.
Oh yeah, Jared is fucking dead at this point.
I still think my favorite roast was fucking Mother's Basement.
Oh yeah.
Which wasn't even a roast. It was a fucking just straight up.
He just fucking tore into
who fucking posted online and just said I love my wife? Who fucking said that? So fucking I'm trying to think. It was one guy. I forget who it was. But I don't think the funniest thing that happened with the ProJared stuff is easily what happened to the Reddit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna get into it. Don't worry. So yeah, there was a huge fallout from this. Normal Boots dropped him. Game Grumps deleted all of their videos that had Jared in them. He got kicked out of being a mod on his own subreddit, and it's now a Scott the Waz subreddit.
No, the subreddit shut down.
Oh, did they actually shut it down? Okay.
No, they shut it down because Scott the Waz. They turned to Scott the Waz, and then Scott the Waz said, "Don't do this."
Yeah.
So
yeah, I actually saw Scott's statement on that, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, he said no, and then they and then they turned it into a JonTron subreddit.
Lol.
And then they turned it back, and then they shut it down. So the sub is it's still up there. It's just archived now. So just go look it up and all the memes.
But my favorite thing that happened was what happened to his subscriber base. Here I am on his Social Blade. Let's go down to the subscriber statistics. As you can see right here on May 8th, right before the scandal hit, he had 1,033,939 subscribers. And now here we are, May 15th, the day of this recording. He is now down to 815. So in less than a week, he's lost over 200,000 subscribers. And if we go to his live subscriber count, it's still fucking dropping.
Rip.
And he's still leaving. He's still going away.
Yep. He hasn't gained a single new subscriber since this happened. It's just progressively gone lower and lower.
I think he's done.
He's done. He's fucking done.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, he's not gaining any new subscribers. No one's on his side. He's been completely left in the dark.
And he's also been reported to the feds.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
I didn't bring up the tweet, but someone on Twitter said that one of the people, I think it was Charlie, the 15-year-old, reported him to the Ministry of Justice. So
he's going to jail.
He's going to jail, boys. Okay, so I'm gonna leave his dwindling subscriber count right here while we talk about this. Guys, what do we think about this? I'm going to start with Matt.
God damn it.
Matt, what are your thoughts on the whole ProJared thing?
This is the funniest fucking thing that's ever happened. I was losing my mind.
I can't deny it is, in fact, hilarious.
This is the funniest fucking thing that's ever happened.
It's fucking comedy gold, dude.
I think out of all of us, I think I was the first to know about this because I stay up way too late into the night.
Oh yeah, it happened at like 3 a.m. here.
This was at it was like 1, 2 in the morning, and I was in a call in another group, and I was talking to people, and then always and all I hear from that person is like, "Everyone shut up. ProJared cheated on his wife," and everyone's like, "Wait a fucking minute, what?" And then he posted it and he posted in the group. And I had to share it because I was like, wait a minute, there's no way this kid. I had to look it up, and sure enough, it was true. And I posted it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then I go to sleep, and I wake up, and I was like, wait, and then I'm like, all right, I want to see what this situation is like now.
And fucking Twitter is a war zone.
Twitter's a war zone, and it got even worse.
This ain't it, Chief.
Saw all the memes that were being fucking made about him, all the different all the fucking like the stuff coming out, and I'm just like, oh. Oh boy, it was great.
Like it started with the Heidi thing, which she completely exposed him, and then shortly after, all of the stuff with soliciting the nudes came out, and it's like, oh, you got hit with the 1-2 combo, son. Like all of your shitty practices are now made public for everyone to see.
If you ever want to write a book on how to commit social suicide, just follow ProJared.
Just follow the ProJared story. Son, how do you feel about the ProJared thing?
What a fucking idiot.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like, honestly, like, I understand, like, doing some stupid stuff, but this is really fucking stupid, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you said it.
Like, I can't even put in words how fucking stupid he is. And just how fucked it is, too, man. Like, soliciting news from minors, like, I'm a pretty light-going guy, but...
It's the fact fact that it was from underage people.
That's
like 15, 16, like, yeah. Dude, come on.
That's borderline pedophilia.
That is pedophilia. He is a predator.
Yeah, like...
That is illegal and fucked up, man. Like, if he was 16, 17, then I wouldn't be saying much, but he's like, what, 30?
He's like, it's like late 20s, early 30s.
It's fucking nasty, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hope if he goes to prison, man, like...
Fingers crossed that he does. Because honestly, that would make my fucking life if ProJared went to prison.
Oh my god.
If he does, it's going to be a bit, because there needs to be an investigation from the FBI. Although they got sent evidence, so I don't know.
Oh, he gained a subscriber! And they're immediately gone.
I'm pretty sure they probably did it. They're like, wait a minute. They probably like, I never heard of ProJared. Let's subscribe only to unsubscribe from them. There are people who do that. So like,
anyway,
it's like he runs into someone who loved Metal Gear Revengeance in prison.
Yeah. Ooh.
You gave it a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, and then that guy is gonna mash triangle on his asshole, if you know what I mean. Anyway, my thoughts on this whole thing. Shit's fucked, dude. Like,
how are you, when you look like a 4, when you straight up have a face like that, and then you cheat on fucking Heidi? Like...
Okay, that's the thing I want to talk about. Is like, have you seen Jared? Like...
Yeah, he's really not the greatest looking guy.
The fact that Heidi married him to begin with is a fucking miracle, and then you go behind her back and cheat on her with the bird lady? Like, dude, get your priorities in check.
Like, and also, just his fucking, like, his personality, too, man, like, the shit he said.
And there's so many good memes. Like, that's why I rate this a broken marriage out of 10. Like, that did not age well at all.
That did not raise it. Okay, like, yes, I cheated, and I'm okay with it.
It's so fucked. Like, if it was just the cheating thing, it'd be like, okay, that's one thing on its own. That's really fucked, and you're an idiot. But to have the fucking underage thing on top of it, it's like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, the fact that you not only solicit nudes from underage girls, but also you do that while you're married, and on top of that, you're cheating on that person? Like, it just never fucking ends with this guy, does it? Oh, God.
I've met a lot of idiots.
And, like...
Really?
Fuck, dude. Like, and on top of that, you cheat on Heidi, who, have you seen fucking Heidi? Like, why would you cheat on her? Like, you are lucky to have that woman. And to cheat on her with Holly, who looks like a fucking dumpster fire by comparison. Like, it's just, oh, man. It's just fucked. And, let's be real, we had a little too much fun, roasting Jared in the wake of this.
We
had a little too much fun.
I don't regret it.
It is well deserved.
Absolutely, man.
But yeah, that's the ProJared story. Now that you know, if you're one of like the 3 people that we've tracked during this podcast that subscribe to him, hopefully you immediately unsubscribed, because Don't support this man, especially if he goes to prison. Like, that's where I want the story to go. I want him to go to prison for what he's done.
I actually need to unsubscribe to him now that I think of it.
Yeah, please, if you haven't already, go unsubscribe to him. Go unfollow him on Twitter if you're already following him. He does not deserve any of your goodwill.
There we go, unsubscribed.
Oh yeah, unfollow him on Instagram too.
Oh, I don't have him on Instagram.
That's fine. Just don't support this man. He is a liar, a cheater, and a predator. So, there you go. That's the ProJared story.
He's just a general piece of shit.
Yeah. Let's move on to the actual gaming news now that that's out of the way. Whoo boy. But anyway, let's get to our actual news. We don't have a whole lot to cover. Like, there's some big names in the batch of news that we have to cover, but a lot of them are smaller stories. So let's get started with the one that will immediately date this episode. Nintendo announced late last night that they are going to host a Nintendo Direct for Super Mario Maker 2, which is actually happening later today as of this recording.
Oh shit, Mario Maker?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that. Fucking
Yeah,
Mario
I'll watch that.
So
we talk about how great the Mario Maker shit is, because that shit dope as fuck.
So let's read the article.
Yeah.
Nintendo has announced that a special Nintendo Direct will air tomorrow, May 15th. The Direct will air at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Eastern, and focuses entirely on Super Mario Maker 2. It will be around 15 minutes long, according to Nintendo, as you can see the tweet here from Nintendo. Tune in on Wednesday, May 15th at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern for a roughly 15-minute presentation packed with information all about Super Mario Maker 2 for the Nintendo Switch. The upcoming sequel will feature new tools and items, let players create slopes for the first time, and include the cat suit featured in Super Mario 3D World. Super Mario Maker 2 launches on June 28th, exclusively for the Nintendo Switch.
Now, my question is if they're going to keep all the characters from the previous one.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because you can play as Chitoge from Nisekoi, so, you know.
Shut. Of course.
Well, you didn't know that? Matt, you didn't know that?
No.
Hold up, give me a sec.
Anyway, so yeah, this is just an announcement for the Direct that is happening later today. So we won't actually be able to cover what they cover in the Direct. Thank you, Josh. But I assume it's going to be an in-depth breakdown of all the new features, all the new systems they're adding. One thing I do want to talk about, which a lot of news outlets tend to flub up, they say that it includes the cat suit from 3D World, which is not the case. It actually includes an entire 3D World level set. Not just the cat suit. Everyone just says, "Oh, it includes the cat suit from 3D World." No, it has a level theme for 3D World. As
Now,
a whole.
How are you gonna? So you can make levels in 3D World then?
No, yeah, well, yeah, you can,
Oh.
but they're not in 3D. They're obviously restricted to 2D. But it has all the 3D World assets and all the power ups and stuff like
I was
that.
going to say, if you could make it like into 3D World, that would have been really cool.
Yeah, that would be really fucking.
That's a little
confusing.
too ambitious for what they're doing here.
I know, but that would be pretty damn cool.
But anyway, it comes out in just over a month. Obviously, we'll see some of the more intricate systems later on today in this Direct. I just thought I would throw this in here because even though we're not covering the Direct because it's happening the day we're recording this, I thought I would throw this in here because, hey, Mario Maker is great. And I'm sure Mario Maker 2 is going to improve upon the first in every way imaginable.
I can't wait. Are your levels going to transfer over from game to game? That's my question.
They'll probably mention something in the Direct for that. If they are doing something, they might not even do that. We'll just have to wait and see.
I hope they do because there's some levels in the first Mario Maker that I'm like, I hope they get. I hope that. Because some of the levels that people made for that game were like just like
fucking
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's happening later today, so we'll see what happens with that. Moving on, do you guys remember Code Vein?
Oh yeah,
The
Code
fuck is
Vein
that?
showed up like for 2 seconds and then left.
Yeah. Code Vein has been in development for quite some time now. We still don't have a concrete release date.
It's been in development. It was announced like fucking 2 years ago.
But we did get news this past week that a closed network test will be held for Code Vein. So let's read the article. Bandai Namco has announced that it will be holding a closed network test for its upcoming action RPG Code Vein on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 later this month. During the test, players will be able to create their own character, play through the game's opening segment, and tackle an online co-op dungeon. More information regarding the times and dates for the test will be shared soon. Interested players can sign up now for a chance to take part in the test over on the game's website. As you can see, here is the tweet from Bandai Namco themselves. The time has come to rise again. Code Vein takes you on a dark journey where you'll search for memories of the past and hopefully escape this living nightmare. Follow the link below for more information on how to join our Code Vein network test. The game is set in the not-too-distant future after a mysterious disaster has destroyed the world and places players in control of the Vein, a hidden society of revenants who have traded their memories for power and a thirst for blood. Code Vein is scheduled to launch later this year for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. So
That's what they said last year.
So they're having a closed beta test for Code Vein sometime this month.
Let's hope that the game actually comes out, because this game was supposed to come out last year.
And then they delayed it, and we haven't heard anything since.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out in September of last year. Got delayed with no release date in sight.
Yeah, I was actually, before they even announced this beta test, I was thinking just randomly, whatever happened to Code Vein? Remember that shit?
Code Vein was announced like back a couple. We've had it at E3 a couple of times too.
Yeah, we've seen gameplay of it. Like, it exists. It's just, it keeps getting pushed back.
And it's from Bandai Namco Studios. So like,
good old Blamco.
And it's like they said, like it's basically they said it's a Dark Souls without being from the people who made Dark Souls.
Yeah.
So like,
it's Dark Souls with vampires. It's basically what it is.
Yeah, and an opening sequence done by Ufotable. So.
Have they paid their taxes yet?
What?
Have they paid their taxes yet?
Ufotable, they're getting someone is getting arrested for fraud there, so probably not.
Tune into The Gap next week when we cover that.
Oh yeah, we will, because there's a lot of info that came out about that. So.
Yeah, but anyway, it's nice to see that Code Vein isn't dead and that it's still coming out. Hopefully, this beta is the first of a series of news that we'll see about the game in the coming months. Hopefully, they'll aim for. They'll probably aim for the release date they had last year, probably September. We'll probably hear more about it at E3. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? Do you think Code Vein is actually coming out?
I'm gonna be real with you, G. I have no fucking clue what this game is. So.
It's Dark Souls with vampires. That's
I've never heard anything about it. So like,
it is anime Dark Souls with vampires. That's all.
I think it's done by like the group. I think it's got some of the God Eater people working on it. So.
All right.
Just
I like it.
Just showing how Josh doesn't follow up on current gaming news.
Yeah, basically.
I think Code Vein's coming out. Like, there's not going to be a game where it's going to be like, oh, it's announced, and then nothing, like, it doesn't exist anymore. Like, this game obviously exists. There's gameplay of it. We've seen it multiple times. They're still updating on it. There's a closed beta test coming. This game is probably coming this year, but they just need to finalize a release date for it.
Yeah, I think this is coming out relatively soon. Like I said, they're probably going to shoot for what they had last year, probably September, October. We'll find out more hopefully soon. Moving on, we got the obligatory Call of Duty news to cover. So, as of this recording, it is May 15th. Usually, by this point in the year, we have a full reveal for the new Call of Duty game. We haven't had that yet.
They'll probably wait until E3 is my guess, actually, not gonna lie.
They're finally
Let's
dead?
cover the article, guys, before we jump to conclusions.
I
This
hope
article
that
from
series is
EGM,
finally dead.
it's called Next Call of Duty will be revealed before the end of June, Activision confirms. So let's read. The next entry in the Call of Duty series will be officially revealed before the end of June, Activision has confirmed. The publisher confirmed during its latest earnings call that this year's Call of Duty game will be unveiled before the end of the current fiscal quarter, which ends on June 30th. We need to do even more to maintain the breadth of our Call of Duty player base before the launch quarters, and the Call of Duty team is hard at work on that for this fall's big content release, excitement for which is incredibly high around the organization. President and COO Collister Johnson said, "This year's entry is being developed by Infinity Ward and is rumored to be Modern Warfare 4. All we currently know about the upcoming game is that it is rooted in some of the franchise's most important history and will feature an entirely new campaign." So, seeing as how the last few years, the Call of Duty games have had an exclusivity deal with Sony for content, they have usually been shown off at Sony's E3 conferences. Sony's not at E3 this year, so my guess is that they're going to have the big world premiere for this new COD game at Microsoft's Xbox conference.
That's my guess,
It
too.
just makes sense. Like,
It's my guess, too. All right. So this is the Infinity Ward year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is
the
Infinity
rumor
Ward
is that
year.
Modern Warfare 4 is coming.
All right. I have... Okay. If it's Modern Warfare 4, I'm conflicted.
My question is, why do they have to make another Modern Warfare if it's true?
No, on one hand, okay, Modern Warfare 4, I'm down for it because the Modern Warfare games are my favorite in Call of Duty.
Listen, they just need to...
But I'm also like, but Modern Warfare 3 had a definitive conclusion. So that's why I'm kind of like, why?
Yeah.
They just need to remaster Modern Warfare.
Well, they already did.
No, they haven't. They didn't remaster Modern Warfare 2. They just ported it
You
to
cut out right
4.
before you said 2, so
Yeah,
it
no,
sounded like you said Modern
remaster-
Warfare, and I'm like, that was like 3 years ago, dude.
No, they need to remaster Modern Warfare 2.
That's been a rumor that's been going on for years, and every one of them has been false. So who knows if they're even going to do it at this point?
Like, everyone thought it was going to be with Black Ops 4, which, by the way, Black Ops 4 better than it should be, to be completely honest with you.
True,
but I actually really like Black Ops 4. It's one of those. I don't know why a Modern Warfare 4 would be. Honestly, you have all these separate standalone Call of Duty games that have come out post and Advanced Warfare and stuff, like Advanced Warfare and stuff, and they just keep going back to the same two franchises, which is Modern Warfare and Black Ops.
Yeah.
When you have a bunch of unfinished stuff.
What if the plot twist is that it's not Modern Warfare 4, but it's actually Ghosts 2?
No.
Yeah, no, Ghosts suck dick.
Ghost was pretty ass. Yeah, it sucked. Yeah. Ghost was not good. I didn't. Ghost
was bad. I don't have really anything to say about this, mainly because my interest in Call of Duty fluctuates all the time. I loved Call of Duty back when the original Modern Warfare and World at War and Modern Warfare 2 came out, and then I lost interest after Black Ops, and I couldn't give a shit about any of the games. Then I got back into it with Advanced Warfare because they were trying something new, and that was only strengthened when Black Ops 3 came out, and then Infinite Warfare. I'm like, okay, I like this futuristic direction the series is going. And then World War 2 came out, and I'm like, well, that's disappointing. And then Black Ops 4 came out, which was basically a Battle Royale game, and I was like, well, that's disappointing. So my interest has completely waned once again. I really couldn't give a shit about this game unless it turns out to be something big like Modern Warfare 4.
Which if also why my guess is that because normally they wait until we normally get it until. Why are you waiting until E3 to reveal it? It's got to be something big.
Like I said, by this point in the year, we usually have a full reveal for what the year's COD game is going to be, and we haven't had that yet. So
yeah,
weird. And seeing as how Black Ops 4 launched earlier than the COD games usually do, the COD games have been inconsistent for years at this point. But
I'm more of a Battlefield guy, anyways.
Yeah, me too at this point. And I even don't really care much for Battlefield anymore at this point.
Listen, man, Battlefield 4 was my shit.
I agree. I really like Battlefield 4. And then I liked Battlefield 1 when it came out. And then I stopped playing it.
And then Battlefield 5 is just...
And then Battlefield 5 came out.
It's
I don't think anyone even remembers that Battlefield 5 came out.
Yeah, I actually forgot it came out, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, considering the hot mess of a launch it had.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so very similar to every other Battlefield
Every other Battlefield game.
No, I mean, like, not even before the game released.
Fucking Battlefield is always had a fucking
but Battlefield 5 was the worst, man. We can all admit that.
Well, yeah. Seeing as how no one
fucking Hardline is.
Yeah, remember Hardline?
Yeah, Hardline's far worse.
Yeah, but Hardline didn't have a bad release like Battlefield 5 did, man. Like fucking.
They all have bad releases.
I don't mean the actual game. I mean the trailers and everything, man. People are getting so pissed off with the shit they did.
Well,
it was all sexist garbage. Like that's what it was.
It was fucking pandering, dude.
Fucking, I don't give fucking. It was a bunch of fucking sexist idiots. But then again, they're gamers. What do you expect?
All I'm saying, man, is they should just do Battlefield 4 again.
Okay, they're not going to. I don't know what they're gonna do with Battlefield going forward.
Yeah,
Battlefield 4 is the best fucking Battlefield ever.
Yeah, no one's disagreeing with you, son. Calm the fuck down.
Mean, it had a shitty launch and all, but
anyway,
really shitty.
Call of Duty in June. Who cares? But it could be cool. Moving on.
You're not cool at all.
Thank you. Moving on. Are any of you guys familiar with the Ghost Recon games?
Yeah.
Well, they just announced a new Ghost Recon.
Lit. I like my boy Tom Clancy.
So, let's get into this. Ghost Recon Breakout officially announced. Ubisoft has officially announced Ghost Recon Breakout for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. This latest entry in the series once again puts players in control of the ghosts, but this time they are the ones being hunted. The game takes place on the island of Aurora. The home of Skell Technology, which has been taken over by the Wolves, an ex-US military unit of former ghosts who have gone rogue. The Wolves are led by Lieutenant Colonel Cole D. Walker, who recently appeared in Ghost Recon Wildlands. The group have reprogrammed Skell's drones into killing machines and will not hesitate to use them. There was a full gameplay reveal, which you can find on YouTube. The game has many different additions, because of course it does. It's a Ubisoft game.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Spend a bunch of money on some frivolous bullshit. It launches on October 4th, 2019 for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Now, I don't know if any of us are really Ghost Recon guys. I know.
I don't play Ghost Recon.
I like the Rainbow Six games.
Well, it's not a Rainbow Six game. So
I don't play any Tom Clancy games at all, so I don't really care.
I just threw this in here because it's a big Ubisoft franchise. New installment announced. I just thought we should cover it, but I really have no interest in this series whatsoever.
The only ones I like are Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2 and Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, Siege has gotten immensely popular over the years.
That's because they actually didn't give up on it. They just kept
they actually improved it.
I give props to them, man. Like, it definitely had a rough launch, but they just stuck to their guns. And
yeah. But yeah, new Ghost Recon. Yay!
I guess.
Again, none of us here really care, but it's a big game announcement from a big studio, so I thought I should throw this in here.
Did Wildlands even do that good?
It did alright.
No.
Did I? Let me check.
I'll check Metacritic.
Wildlands. I'm gonna check sales wise.
I'll just check Steam.
Sales wise, it did right. It did pretty good. Actually, sales wise, the thing it was one of the highest grossing games of 2017. So
Huh.
I made the money. It made money, so I don't think it matters how well it did critically.
People are saying it's
Yeah. But if you're a fan of Ghost Recon games, look forward to Breakout coming in October.
Yeah.
Moving on, this one came out of fucking nowhere. We talked about the series earlier. I did specifically. Devil May Cry. This announcement came out of fucking nowhere. Blindsided everyone. Just fucking sneaky little Devil May Cry Twitter just dropped out of nowhere that the original Devil May Cry is coming to the Nintendo Switch. So let's
Dante for Smash.
We'll get into that. Let's read the article. Capcom is bringing the first Devil May Cry game to Nintendo Switch. The game will be coming to Nintendo's console sometime this summer, but further details about the port have not been shared. This article is outdated. More details have been released since then, which I will get to in a minute. But as you can see, here is the official post from the official Devil May Cry Twitter. Relive the adventure that introduced the legendary Dante to the world with the original Devil May Cry coming to Nintendo Switch this summer. Devil May Cry originally released for the PlayStation 2 in 2001, before being brought to the PS3 and 360 in 2012 as part of the Devil May Cry HD collection, and finally Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC last year. Now, this article is a bit outdated because more details came out about it later on. Capcom confirmed that is a digital-only release. No physical edition is being planned to release in stores. They also revealed that this is the only game they're porting. They are not porting 2 or 3. They are focusing solely on the original. So, my question is, before we get into, the stuff that really matters, my question is, how much is this going to cost? Because Switch games are notorious for being way overpriced.
Well,
it's going to cost $100.
No, here's the thing. If it doesn't have a physical copy, it's going to reduce price a lot.
I don't know, man. I still see this being popped onto the eShop for like $40. I wouldn't put it past them.
I'm going to say it's probably going to be $40.
Yeah, $40. It seems right.
They're gonna pop out of the eShop. It'll be more expensive than the Switch itself. It'll be
It'll be $5 trillion. It's like spend your Nintendo e-bucks.
No, listen. It's $500,000, but that's so you can buy it into Smash.
Okay. Now let's get into the shit that actually matters. No one cared that the game was coming to Switch. Everyone cared that now this opens the possibility that Dante could be in Smash.
Dante could have been in Smash anyways because Joker's in Smash. And
right. I swear to God, if they put Dante in Smash, but he's just an echo for Joker, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
So I'm gonna say this. I can't go for Dante for Smash because I already have my character I want in Smash, so...
No, Dante's going to be in Smash now. I don't think he'll be the next one.
No, I don't think so. I think this opens the door of possibility. There is a very likely chance that Dante could be in Smash now, and that's all that fucking matters.
I just want Neptune. I want Neptune for Smash, man. It's never going to happen, but let the man
keep dreaming, bud.
I'm still waiting on Travis Touchdown. That's who I want.
Look, listen, it's possible too. Like Neptune is coming to Switch.
Fucking
let a man dream.
I will let you dream, even if it will never happen. You can dream all you want.
Dragon Ball FighterZ is on the Switch.
Okay, now
don't get me started on the Goku thing. For the love of God.
Listen, now here's my thing. I forget what I was going to say. Fuck.
Here's my thing. Fuck.
I actually forget what I was going to say.
Anyway, I'm not the kind of guy who, spends night and day thinking about, my dream characters for Smash. I have 2, Banjo-Kazooie and Dante. And now one of those is looking a lot more likely.
I have a feeling Banjo-Kazooie is coming at some point,
Listen, too. I have two as well. Neptune and Solaire.
I have 2.
There's an amiibo, so...
I know, Solaire's possible, man.
I want Travis Touchdown. And I also want and my other dream character was Ridley, but he's in Smash now.
He's in Smash, so.
So I only have Travis Touchdown, and I need a second dream character to replace Ridley. So.
Can we get Master Chief in Smash, my boys? Can we put a Master Chief in Smash in chat?
Dude, unironically, seeing how Microsoft and Nintendo
are buddies.
they're like literally like buddy right now. I would imagine fucking they announce at like the E3 Direct that the next like fucking that the next Smash character is fucking Master Chief.
Well,
can you imagine next E3 they announce Smash for PC?
Smash for PC.
I'm being led to believe more and more that Josh is just delusional. Because he's spouting some really ripe bullshit.
It's just Phil Spencer comes on stage and then fucking
Peggle 3.
Not Miyamoto. Fuck, who did? Who's doing Smash? Who did Smash?
Fucking Sakurai.
Yeah,
Sakurai.
fucking no. Phil Spencer and Sakurai come on stage and they're like, "All right, fuckers, listen up. Master Chief is coming to Smash and it's coming on PC."
It's coming to Xbox One X, and it is an Xbox Play Anywhere title, so you can play it on PC. And that's
Like,
when the industry lights itself on fire.
Everyone would fucking lose their mind.
I'm pretty sure half of the people in attendance would have a fucking heart attack.
They would probably they would just like spontaneously combust.
The entire theater just bursts into flames.
Dude, there would be fucking riots, dude.
What if you're watching it on stream and all you see is just like when that happens, just like an orange glow just like envelop fucking Sakurai and Phil Spencer, and then just cuts to the audience and everyone's on fire.
Everyone's just like, oh!
No, and then it cuts to like a sky cam outside the fucking venue, and it's just all of California is just engulfed in flames.
Oh, you see on the news, Super Smash Bros. On Switch was released and people died.
Reggie fills him, he kills himself.
Reggie's just like, my body wasn't ready, man.
Reggie just posts on Twitter, he's in a helicopter, he's like, well, that's all we have for today.
Turns out the fire was started by Doug Bowser.
We were talking about Devil May Cry and now this happened. What is wrong with us? But anyway,
the fire reads out by Smash on Xbox One and PC today.
Okay, we're moving on. So anyway, the original Devil May Cry is coming to Switch. That's cool. If Dante comes to Smash, I might actually die. Moving on.
Kill me.
Our last string of news stories comes from Sony's latest State of Play broadcast, which they had just this past week. Not a whole lot to cover. There were a lot of smaller announcements here and there, except for the big one that we'll cover at the end.
We'll get to the big one.
We'll get to the big one. But
Is it what I think it is?
Yes. Let's cover some of the other stuff that was announced, because it was a very short stream. It was only about 10 minutes long. But there are some things of note that were announced. So let's start with the one that I don't think any of us care about. The Medieval remake.
What? I actually give it all the shits about this.
I have never played Medieval, so I really don't care. But
fucking play Medieval. That's all I'm gonna say. Play Medieval.
Well, let's get into the remake. It was announced at the State of Play that Medieval now has a release date. So let's move into the article. Sony revealed during its latest State of Play that Other Ocean's upcoming remake of Medieval will arrive on PlayStation 4 on October 25th, 2019. You missed a prime opportunity to release this game on Halloween, Sony, but I digress. In addition to announcing a release date, Sony shared a new trailer for the game that offers a brief overview of the story, which again you can find on Sony's official YouTube page. Step into the bones of Sir Daniel Fortesque, a slightly inept and long-dead knight accidentally resurrected by his greatest enemy, the evil sorcerer Zarok, the game's description reads. With a second chance to foil his greatest foe, Dan will once again set out to save the kingdom of Gallowmere and earn his place as a true hero. The upcoming remake features a graphical overhaul, an improved camera system, a new narrator, and a whole casket full of secrets. So yeah, this was announced. It finally has a release date. It's coming late October. Matt, since you're the one who cares about Medieval, what do you feel about this?
I'm very excited. The original Medieval is great. If you've not played the original Medieval, highly recommend it. It's tons of fun. It's quirky, weird, kind of creepy, but also really out there. And like one of those it's one of those late 90s platformers that PlayStation put out. That's only they would put out, because when you hear the premise, you're kind of like, what the fuck is this? And it's kind of great. You literally, because you play as a skeleton, you have this big ass sword. You kind of can go in all directions. So like, it's pretty much the best way to describe the game is like, what if Jack Skellington had a fucking sword, and that's pretty much who you're playing as.
I mean, have you played the Nightmare Before Christmas beat 'em up game on PS2?
You joke, but I have.
I know.
Why have you forsaken me, God?
Hey, that game's actually good.
Yeah, and thank God they fixed the camera, because the camera was one of the biggest problems with the first game, is that the camera was kind of ass.
I mean, a lot of early PS1 games cameras were ass.
But but it's ass for PS1 era. Like, it's like mega ass. Like to fucking fix the camera. It doesn't keep up with your character. Like, it'll like stop at points and just like it'll take like it's super slow. And like it's kind of annoying. But what really makes Medieval work is its gameplay. It's the fact that it's really funny. And the setting and the atmosphere is really great. And I'm happy it's getting a remake, because that means more people get to play Medieval, and that's always a good thing to me.
Yeah, I'm playing the trailer that was linked in the article on screen right now, and this is giving me some Insane Trilogy vibes in terms of the overhaul to the presentation.
Yeah, it looks it looks stellar, and I hope that you can play Medieval, because I think you would really enjoy it, because it's tons of fun. It's like it's like a platformer with hack and slash elements.
Yeah, I'm watching this trailer right now, and it totally seems like it seems like a really early prototype of what later hack and slash games would become.
Yeah,
and I feel like I would be into this if I actually played it.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really cool.
Nice.
And it's really odd and out there too, so like it's tons of fun.
Nice.
Very nice, Caesar-chan.
Caesarino.
So yeah,
Caesarino.
So yeah, that's Medieval. It's coming out in late October, so if you're one of the people like Matt who is interested in the remake, now you have a release date to look forward to. So, let's move on.
Yeah.
Here's a story for Josh, because Josh is the only one of us who plays this game. At the State of Play event, Capcom revealed the first of Monster Hunter World's standalone expansions.
The Frozen, yes.
Yeah, good job.
Monster Hunter has always been a really awesome game.
Monster Hunter World's Iceborne expansion gets a release date and a trailer. Let's read the article. Capcom has confirmed that Monster Hunter World's Iceborne expansion will be available on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 on September 6, 2019, with a PC release to follow this winter. The expansion picks up the story after the events of the main game and sees players exploring a brand new location called Hoarfrost Reach, which, according to Capcom, is the largest region in the game so far. While exploring this new region, players will be able to take on the new higher difficulty Master Rank and come face-to-face with numerous new monsters, including the Horned Brute Wyvern Bonbaro, and the expansion's new flagship monster Velkhana, an elder dragon with powerful ice attacks.
Oh, hell nah.
There's also a number of new gameplay features being included in Iceborne, including the ability to use the slinger while the main weapon is drawn, the flinch shot, which unloads the slinger's ammo to stun monsters, and new combos and elements for each of the game's 14 weapons. Cool. Monster Hunter World's Iceborne expansion is available to pre-order now in both standard and deluxe digital formats. The digital deluxe version includes a bunch of DLC, blah, blah, blah. Finally, the Monster Hunter World Iceborne Master Edition and Master Edition Deluxe will be available, which contains both the base game and Iceborne expansion in a single package.
That's pretty cool.
So, I have not touched this game since it came out, and I don't think Matt has even touched Monster Hunter World. Is that correct?
I don't play Monster Hunter because I don't understand it.
I mean, you're not wrong. So Josh is the only one of us here that has actually played a good chunk of Monster Hunter World. So how do you feel about this expansion?
So I haven't played Monster Hunter in a while, but when I did, I clocked 50 hours in. I think it's really nice that they're adding on to it. Like, it's a really big game as it is, and there's a lot to do. Everything, because they release daily challenges every day and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice to see that they're going to be adding even more to the game to just make it even better than it already is. It's a great game.
And if you're a fan of ice and snow levels, then this expansion's for you because that's the theme.
I love ice and snow, so I'm actually like kind of
I do too. I really enjoy the aesthetic of snow.
It honestly might get me back into it.
Yeah. It's worth noting that this is not a DLC. This is a full standalone expansion, so you do not need the base Monster Hunter World game in order to play this.
I recommend you get it.
Well, now they're selling it in a bundle, so
yeah, I'm just
perfect
saying,
time.
I recommend getting the base game just so you can learn the basics and also level yourself up.
Well, yeah, a bunch of people who probably have wanted to play this game but haven't gone to yet will wait for this to come out. They'll get the bundle, play the base game, and then go straight into Iceborne.
Yeah.
So, I watched the trailer during the State of Play event, and it actually looks pretty cool. Like, for what little I did play of Monster Hunter World, it was actually a very good game from what I did play. So yeah, if you like Monster Hunter and you want more of it, stay tuned for this coming out in September.
It was also actually optimized too, which is like a
it does have a good PC port. So if you're
the only problem with the release was the servers were kind of
but Capcom servers aren't the best to begin with. So
but they fixed all the problems now, and it's a really great game.
Yeah, so this is cool. More Monster Hunter, which is always a good thing. So if you're into Monster Hunter, I'll look forward to this. Moving on, this was definitely something that I don't think anyone was expecting to be announced at State of Play. They announced a Predator game for PS4.
Oh.
So,
I think I've seen this.
Yeah. Predator Hunting Grounds announced for PlayStation 4. Let's read the article. During its latest episode of State of Play, Sony unveiled Predator Hunting Grounds, a new asymmetrical online multiplayer shooter from Friday the 13th developer Ilphonic. The game sees one group of players controlling an elite fire team, while the other becomes the Predator. The fire team will have to complete paramilitary missions and recover items as the Predator closes in. Once we decided on Predator, it was clear this needed to be a shooter that had to look and feel authentic, Ilphonic CEO Charles Brungart wrote on the PlayStation blog. Our team's passion for Predator helped us launch the partnership with Sony Interactive Entertainment and Fox. Not only do these powerhouses believe in our vision, which has made this a dream project, they understand what we want to create. They have given us so much to work with and are empowering us to create something new for fans, while expanding the lore of the Predator. Having that quality bar raised by our partners has been a great driver for creating an amazing game. Predator Hunting Grounds is due to release for PlayStation 4 sometime in 2020. So yeah, this was one of the big surprise announcements from the State of Play because I don't think anyone was expecting them to announce a Predator game of all things.
Yeah, from the Friday the 13th people of no less.
Yeah, so if you liked Friday the 13th, it's basically that, but with Predator. That's basically what the game is.
Do y'all want to play as the Predator? Because I do.
I remember playing the Alien vs. Predator game on 360, which sucked ass.
Yeah,
go ahead. Those games are very... it's a very specific crowd. It's just like Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th.
I like play. I just want to play as a Predator and then fucking just quote Arnold Schwarzenegger the entire time.
The entire time, just scream Arnold
Get
Schwarzenegger quotes at people.
Yeah, fucking just scream.
Yeah, it's worth noting that the trailer. It was just a teaser trailer. There wasn't any actual gameplay shown. It was just like, hey, there's a Predator game coming out. So look forward to that.
Bye.
Buy it, you fuckers.
It's interesting that it's a PS4 exclusive, too. Because, obviously, Sony had a hand in this. But, yeah.
There's already enough of those kind of games on Xbox. And even on Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't I don't really think anyone was expecting to tune into State of Play and see a Predator game, but it's
no,
coming.
I certainly was not.
So it's coming. So if you like Predator, or if you liked the Friday the 13th game, I guess this is for you. So look forward to more info on that. It's coming out sometime next year. And our last piece of news for today, obviously the biggest story to come out in the past 2 weeks. Again, from State of Play. State of Play was really small this time, but it surprisingly had a lot to show. Specifically this, which we've been waiting for years. Final Fantasy VII Remake finally got an update.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Let's talk about this. It was only a matter of time since Kingdom Hearts 3 was released that some news would come out about Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't think anyone was expecting for it to come in the State of Play of all things, but I digress. Let's read the article. Sony shared a new trailer for the highly anticipated remake of Final Fantasy VII during its latest episode of State of Play. The trailer below shows the moment that Cloud meets Aerith and offers a look at Cloud and Barret fighting in the reactor. We also get a brief look at the updated versions of Avalanche members Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse. It's a short teaser, but the end of the trailer promises that more information will be shared next month. Following the teaser's official release, the official Final Fantasy Twitter account sent out a message from director Tetsuya Nomura. Nomura said that most of the plans are already in place in the run-up to launch, and he asked fans to please bear with us a little longer. Last month, Square Enix announced that its E3 2019 show will take place on June 10th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, so expect to hear more about the remake then. I guarantee that nobody who tuned into the State of Play was expecting anything about Final Fantasy VII. This was absolutely a surprise announcement.
This game looks a lot more done than I thought it did.
I'm surprised. It was kind of like when they announced... it was kind of like when they started showing more about Kingdom Hearts after that drought that happened, and the game looked surprisingly polished and pretty close to being finished. This is definitely in the same kind of thing, because
who wants to bet that that Nomura was like secretly working on this while also working on Kingdom Hearts 3?
I don't think it obviously wasn't a priority because Kingdom Hearts was, the top priority for him. But I don't doubt that him and his team weren't working on this on the side while they were finishing up KH3, because this looks surprisingly polished for something that we haven't seen in 4 years.
Here's the question that I always ask. This is gonna be on PC.
No.
It's a PS4 exclusive.
God fucking damn it.
At least right. Since it's Final Fantasy, they stuck by exclusivity anymore. But I think the only reason this is a PS4 exclusive is because Final Fantasy VII in particular has always been a Sony thing.
Yeah.
For the most part. Especially at least at launch. Final Fantasy VII, the original, is on multiple consoles, but Crisis Core is only on PSP. This is only PS4. It makes sense as to why it's a PS4 exclusive. Yeah. I would not be shocked if it does come to Xbox and PC though. I would not be shocked.
Probably later on, but definitely not right away. It'll probably be a timed exclusive for most likely a year after launch.
Yeah. All right. So, as a huge Final Fantasy fan myself, and as someone who thinks that FF7 is one of the best in the series, up there with 9, 10, 6, and all that, that golden age of Final Fantasy, which is 6 to 10, which are all three are from 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I think all those games are masterpieces. This is exactly what I wanted, and I didn't think I mentioned this to Shane, but something about it. This looks polished, but it also looks a lot different from what they initially showed of the game.
Yeah, it looks better than what they originally showed.
Because the original, I loved what they showed originally, but it looked a lot murkier originally. They added a lot of color to this. It looks very colorful now.
It looks it looks a lot more vibrant.
Yeah, it looks more vibrant, more colorful. It feels more like FF7 now. Like when I saw Cloud and Aerith meet, I'm like, that's FF7. Like that's exactly how I felt when I watched that scene again in like the new upgraded animation. It's how I felt when I first watched when I first played FF7 all those years ago. I felt that emotion again, and that to me is that's a very special thing to feel. And I'm very excited to see what they do. Also, the gameplay looks so fluid. Mm-hmm. So fluid. It looks great.
I'm very, very glad that they stuck to the Kingdom Hearts-esque kind of gameplay, because honestly, that was the one thing that really grabbed me about the initial reveal, was that they scrapped the turn-based stuff and they made it fully open combat. I'm glad that they kept that, especially being a Kingdom Hearts fan. Big Kingdom Hearts fan.
It makes sense that Nomura is doing
sense.
that. Yeah, it makes sense that Nomura is doing that with the Kingdom Hearts like style, like fucking like the more like hack and slash style gameplay. That being said, it looks different enough in Kingdom Hearts that it's not exactly Kingdom Hearts. It looks a little slower than Kingdom Hearts.
And seeing as how you have multiple playable characters, like it seems like, because they showed both gameplay for Cloud and Barrett, so it seems like you'd be able to play as every member of your party. Which
that sounds like something from like Dragon Age or something. To be completely honest, that sounds like something out of like a BioWare game. You can just play as, and like you can switch. What if you're able to switch between characters on the fly? Like in the middle of combat.
I assume, since it's not turn based and it's open
or
combat,
which would also recreate like the active time battle system from the original game. Because the original game, what made that game interesting from a turn-based perspective was that it was turn-based, but it was active time. So you were still like timed. You had to make sure you get your like attacks out on time, pretty much, or you get like fucking wrecked.
You get bodied, dude.
Yeah. But you need to get your attacks out on time. I think in order to replicate that, you now have like basically a real-time hack and slash system, but you can switch between characters on the fly, which I think would be really like a great way to expand and do something new with the concept of active time, which they haven't actually really used since like 9 anyways. So, because ever since like FF11, they've been going towards a more like real-time system, for better and for worse. As much as I would love a new turn-based Final Fantasy, but like at the same time, I understand that turn-based games do not sell as well anymore.
Yeah,
unless you're Pokemon, but this looks exactly like I want. This looks great. This looks absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this.
Josh, do you have any feelings about this?
Yeah, it's really nice to see it. I used to watch my dad play FF7 a lot as a kid. So it was kind of nice just to see like all those memories of when I was a kid come back and be properly detailed and everything. And like Matt said, it does look exactly like Final Fantasy VII. It really does feel nice to see the game finally coming back.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
makes me happy.
It's been 4 fucking years since we've seen anything. Like, it's about fucking time.
It's nice to see that they're actually putting the effort into it.
Yeah. I have a weird... I'm in a weird position when it comes to Final Fantasy VII, because I did not play this growing up. I played it for the first time only a couple years ago. So as someone who played it for the first time in 2017, I am not really a fan of Final Fantasy VII. To me, again, the game is fine. Like, the game is well made. I like the characters. I like the story. The combat is what gets me, because I'm not a huge fan of this game's interpretation of active time battle. Because to me, when it comes to turn-based combat systems, I shouldn't have to wait. Like, because in Final Fantasy VII, you do one move, and then you have to wait for the ATB bar to fill up before you can do another move. And to me, that completely kills any of the pacing that these battles have. It just grinds things to an absolute halt. To me, I like turn-based systems more when you pick a move for your character, and then you move on to the next character. You pick their moves, and then you see it play out, and then rinse repeat. Like, there's no waiting involved. You just pick what you're going to do, they do it, and then you can progress. Like,
that's more like FF10.
Yeah, and that's why I like FF10 so much, because it's a more traditional turn-based system compared to Final Fantasy VII, where I do a move, and I have to wait 5 to 10 seconds for this meter to recharge before I can do anything.
Yeah.
And it's like...
from FF4 to FF9, they use that system. It's from all of them. So all have that system. So 8 has the same thing, 9 has the same thing, 6 has the same thing, 4 has the same thing.
That's what killed it for me, because that system completely kills the pacing of any of the battles.
I don't know how much you'd like 8 and 9 then. I don't think you'd like those either then, because they have the same system. Yeah, they have the same. It also doesn't, and 9's like 10 times. It's like twice as long as 7 too. So
yeah.
But in regards to the remake, it looks fucking dope. Because again, like I said, I'm a fan of Kingdom Hearts, so I'm glad that Nomura went for a Kingdom Hearts-esque combat system. Which again, Matt said, it doesn't look 1-to-1 with Kingdom Hearts. It looks like the basic concepts of the Kingdom Hearts combat system is what this combat system is based on, but of course Nomura's doing his own thing with this game. It looks really good. The graphics are amazing. I'm not even that attached to Final Fantasy VII, like I just said, and the scene where in the trailer where Cloud and Aerith meet, I was like, wow, that's really good. So
I saw Aerith and I was like, let me smash.
Okay, all right.
I think Matt can agree with me on that.
Yeah.
See, Matt's got my back.
But anyway, yeah, I saw the trailer for this. It looks really good. The first thing I said in the Discord after it dropped, I was like, oh, the remake might actually make me like Final Fantasy VII, so that's something.
You gotta wait. You gotta play some Final Fantasies. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they released this trailer. More is coming in June, obviously, at the Square Enix E3 conference. A lot of people are speculating that it might, because of how finished it looks in the trailer, that it might be able to come out this year, and I don't think that's unrealistic.
It's next year.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be 2020 earliest.
Maybe 2021.
No, it's 2020 at the earliest, and it's Nomura, so probably 2023. So it's going to be it's coming, but it's Nomura. So
yeah.
Also, we still don't know if it's going to be episodic or not, because initially they had claimed it was going to be episodic.
I think I actually saw an article. Actually, I'll look it up, because I think I saw an article following this that said they confirmed that it is still episodic.
Yeah, because I am, if it will be or not. I have no idea if it's going to be, because they've been conflicting reports. That initially it was reported that it wasn't, and then Nomura said it wasn't, and then it came out that Square was still doing it, and it's right now it's all over the place on whether or not we need to wait till E3.
Let's see.
Game
director Tetsuya Nomura made it clear that a multi-part release was planned for Final Fantasy VII Remake when it was first shown. With Final Fantasy VII Remake, we already have a pre-existing story, so it wouldn't really make sense if it isn't encompassed in a multi-part series. Okay, Nomura, whatever you say. Yeah, there are conflicting reports. I've seen multiple articles that said Square Enix has confirmed that it is still episodic, but we'll just have to wait and see when they actually comes out.
Yeah, and a multi-part doesn't necessarily mean episodic. That can be literally anything, to be completely honest with you.
Knowing Nomura, it could be something stupid. Like, you never know with that guy.
It's episodic. It might not mean that. It could literally mean that, we have like 10 sequels planned.
10 sequels to this one game that is a definitive story that's been out for 20 years.
To be fair, though, Final Fantasy VII also has other games in it that have more story. Like, it has, they make a, yeah, I mean, you got Crisis Core, you got fucking Dirt Servers, you got a bunch of other stuff. They could make a game off of Advent Children. I don't fucking know.
Square Enix is weird.
fucking maybe Nomura decided I'm gonna take the original game and move it somewhere else.
Oh, for God's sake!
Fucking take it, do something new, or turns out, and I have a theory. Here's my brilliant idea. So it's done by Nomura, right?
Yeah.
It's done by Nomura.
Don't say it's in the Kingdom Hearts universe.
All right, then y'all remember the ending of the epilogue to Kingdom Hearts 3, right?
Uh-huh.
You know how I just said enough news things. What if, and here's an if, that Kingdom Hearts 7, Final Fantasy 7 is actually, the remake is actually in the Kingdom Hearts universe, and that this is actually a setup to Kingdom Hearts 4, and Cloud and Sora are going to team up to defeat Thanos in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh my god.
Because remember, Marvel, no, that could work, because Marvel's owned by
fucking damn
Disney.
it, Matt. Matt, when I see you on Friday, I'm hitting you with my car.
I'm running you for...
No, because Marvel's owned by Disney, so they could technically do that, and they defeat. So they have to team up to beat Thanos.
All right,
That's the plot of Kingdom Hearts 4.
You better be ready to get hit by my fucking car.
Yeah, Matt.
And Ansem's involved in some.
Matt, please keep any and all fan fiction to Tumblr where it belongs. Thank you.
No. This is a definitive theory. That will happen.
Happen. Yeah. All right. When it happens in 2047, we'll think back to this podcast and we'll be like, Matt was right all along.
We'll think about it and then I'll fucking run over with my fucking space car.
With my fucking hover car.
I just call Matt up out of the blue. I'm like, asshole, where are you?
You just drive your car through his fucking house.
I'm like, you ruined it! You ruined it!
But anyway. So yeah. They finally gave us an update on Final Fantasy VII Remake at State of Play. Looks fucking great. Can't wait to hear more about it come Square Enix's E3 conference next month. And with that is our final piece of news for the day, so we can start wrapping things up here. Guys, it's been fun. It's been a fun podcast.
Has it been?
Has it been?
Has it
been?
You're dead to me.
It's been a stupid podcast, that's for sure.
Yeah. But since we are out of news, I think it's about time we wrap things up. So thank you very much for watching another exciting installment of the Bearded Banter Podcast. If you like what you've seen, think about subscribing to the channel. We post many great gaming videos here, including Let's Plays, podcasts, unboxings, live streams, funny edited content because I am a funny man. Go ahead and subscribe and click the motherfucking bell if you want notifications about when we upload. So thank you very much for watching. I have been your host, Shane, aka The Bearded One. You can follow me on Twitter at BeardedGamingN, where unfortunately I am no longer a ProJared meme account. I have gone back to my old despicable ways of posting stuff about BGN and my shitty opinions on games, anime, and movies, and a lot of memes. So go follow me there if you're interested in any of that. With me is my co-host, Matt Legion Rex. You can follow him on Twitter at Legion, where I think I had a seizure. Let me try that again.
Yeah.
With me is my lovely co-host, Matt Legion Rex. You can follow him on Twitter at Legion Rex, where he posts his thoughts and opinions on several different things, including movies, games, television. Currently, he has been going off about the Game of Thrones controversies
and how it's really stupid.
Yeah. So go follow him on Twitter if you're interested in any of that, and also go find him on YouTube, Legion Rex, where he might be working on some new videos. I don't know if it's 100% true.
On stuff. I have some content.
You know, insider sources telling me that he might be working on some stuff. So tune in for that. And with us is my other co-host, my lovely son Josh, or the Weeb Machine. You can find him on Twitter at Reborn Weeb, where every now and then he will beep, he will boop, and sometimes, very controversially, he will bwop.
I just made a new post, for if anyone wants to check it out.
Go follow him on Twitter at RebornWeep to see all of his hot takes. And with that said, we can wrap things up here. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Bearded Banter. We will see everyone in 2 weeks with another exciting installment. Keep on gaming, everybody. Oh wow, no one has anything to say for the intro. Just gonna. I think I heard Matt walk away from his computer.
No, I didn't walk away. I fucking sniffled because I have a fucking cold.
Well, that's not my problem, Matt. Say goodbye to the people.
Bye.
Fuck off, cunts.
All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Keep on gaming, everyone.